watching Thrifty Kaniffy. Hello everyone and welcome to Thrifty Kaniffy. So I have a knife that I really enjoy, one that I've recently picked up. This one's from Roper Knives. Now Roper Knives is a division of American Buffalo Knife and Tool Company. And if you would like to learn more about ABKT, you can pause the video, read the warranty of this knife, and then down here we have the website, abktinc.com. And make sure you check out all their different knives. They have both modern and traditional, but this brand of Roper Knives is probably my favorite among what they sell. And among what they sell, I would say the Stockman is my favorite pattern that they make available. So they do have some traditional knives as well as moderns, and we're going to be looking at this traditional today. Now I have a Pit Viper, which is identical to this knife in every way with the exception of the handles. And I liked it so much, I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and get that Sand Viper too. So we've just got a slightly different style handle from the Pit Viper. The Sand Viper has this, what I would call a sawcut bone style cut on the handle. You can see the ribbing here along the handle on this yellowish brown bone. And I guess it's jigged. I don't know that that's the case. It looks more sawcut type to me, like very consistent. But as far as the materials are concerned, it's a jigged bone. They call it a snakeskin jigged bone. So, okay, whatever. But it looks more like, you know, just a deep sawcut pattern. Got some really nice deep grooves in there. It provides a lot of grip. It's a nice sandy brown color. And does remind me of the color of, you know, one of those yellowish type Vipers. The shield, a little bit of a disappointment. It's a little bit canted to the right. But it is a cool shield in terms of its content. It just says Roper Knives with the little R in the middle there, with sort of made up of a rope making the R. And you got a little excess glue up there, which could be better. But keep in mind, this is just a $20 knife. You got brass pins, nickel silver bolsters with a nice little add-on here of the rope style threading on the bolster, which I think is a really nice touch. Really enjoy that. Now, typically most of the Stockmen that I buy have rounded bolsters. This one, it's got squared bolsters, and I'm fine with that. I like the rope so much that doesn't bother me at all. I'm not like I'm not against square bolsters, but if I just was forced to choose, I'd probably pick round over squared. But I like both, and it's good to have a change up too, because I don't want to have too many knives that look so identical. But we've got brass pins on this fella, and I think that inlay is made of bronze with the black coating over the top. You got brass liners on stainless springs, and you can see there's really no gaps in there anywhere. Pretty tightly constructed. You do have a little bit of narrowing here at the corners of the handles, so there's this minor amount of stepping here, and you do get some adhesive kind of coming through there at the corners. But otherwise, you know, and I see that on a lot of knives, to be honest, in many price ranges, so I'm not going to really fault them for that, especially in the $20 price range. Looks pretty good. And like I said, there's no gaps in there, which would be more of a concern than just these little corner pieces here. But much to the same for the back. You got smooth transitions. Again, that rope portion of the thread there on both sides, so it's decorated on both sides. There's a look at the blade spacing, which is pretty impressive. It's nice and tight, and it's one of the reasons why I like this particular design. It's probably only about a 9 16 inches wide, so it's pretty compact for a larger Stockman. I'd say medium to large. Wouldn't call it a large, sort of a medium-large Stockman. But you can see the blades are well organized in there, and there's no rubbing or anything like that going on. Pivots are nice and clean. Now that I've touched them up a bit so it's nice and smooth. So let's have a nicer look at the blades. What do we get here? So we get this wonderful clip point blade. It's got a satin finish on it and that standard style nail nick. These are really well done. Very, very definitive lines on those nail nicks, which I really like. And you get this beautiful satin finish on that. And you can look at the blade edge there, and it's pretty well done. There's a little bit heaviness down towards the tip. That's pretty typical. If you look at the other side, you have much the same. Gets a little bit heavy on the belly down here at the tip. But you do have a little bit of a sharpening choil there, so shouldn't be much of a problem getting this guy resharpened after use. Now the Roper knives again use 1065 carbon steel blades, so these will rust on you if you don't maintain them. Much like the old style knives of the day, like the old timers. There's a look at the etch on the tang there, and the Roper logo, and then below it says 0511. So that's maybe some kind of a date stamp, I'm not really sure. You got sort of a lazy half stop on this, and you can see that the pull is maybe about a right about a 5. Not the most resistant I've ever seen, but it does have a good lockup. And I feel like it gives you some confidence there. It's not going to fold up on you and doing anything stupid. But pretty nice little blade there. On the back we've got the carbon designation there. Then the model number below it, which is RP0001CAR, and then PRC below that, which stands for the People's Republic of China. So it is Chinese made. Now we'll take a closer look at the dimensions. We've got a 3-inch blade. So definitely in that wheelhouse for legality for UK. Just slightly over 2.5 inches on the cutting edge. Let's just go ahead and call that 2 5/8. And let's take a peek at the other two blades. On the right here you've got the sheep's foot. Again with that nice refined nail nick. There's a look at the blade edge on that side. No tang etch on that one at all, just plain. And then the edge on this side. Nice, attractive spey blade. I think among the spey blades, this is probably about as good as they get in terms of the smaller ones, which don't offend me like the long ones do. So let's take a look at the length of this guy. To the tang we have just slightly over 2 inches. We'll call that 2 1/8. And then the cutting edge is about 1 3/4 inches. So pretty typical size spey blade. Get a little better tension on this one. I'd say this is more like a 6. There, I shut up long enough for you to hear that. Now let's take a look at the sheep's foot blade over here on the left side when we have it toward the back. Again, sort of a lazy half stop there. It's not really an affirmative stop, but it does seem to want to stop there or pause there for a moment when you open it up. Again, that nice nail nick on this one. No tang etch or anything. And this one has a very light grind on it. You can see not very deep at all into the belly. So and that one might need to be touched up a little more. Get a little more razor sharp edge on it, but it doesn't appear to be like blunt. There you have that. So the measurements on that guy are 2 1/4 inches full length, and then cutting edge is just shy of, or just a little over 1 3/4. Let's call that 1 5/8, or excuse me, 1 7/8. Yeah, it'd be close to about 1 7/8 inches on the cutting edge there. Yep, 1/7/8. So beautiful. I'm just really enamored by how well they make these roper for the price. It's a really good deal. You know, for $20, I think these are probably a little better than an old timer in this size, and you get the carbon blades. It's a pretty good bargain. Good construction, right? Brass pins, brass liners. Shield could have been a little better, right? But you get a nice narrow width, not real bulky. I'd say that's about 9 16 again, like on the width. And beautiful clip blade. So this roper knife is to me a winner in this particular pattern and this particular size. You know, and I'll carry this as well as that Pit Viper. Just fond of both of them. But I like the Pit Viper enough. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go back and get the other handle material. So there you have it, guys. There is a definitely recommended knife from Roper. This is the Sand Viper, model number again, RP0001CAR. If you like this review, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be made aware of videos when they drop. As always, I wish you have a happy day, a wonderful day, a very fantastic day, and please, everyone, take care.